Hello, everyone. We're at the okay. Hello, everyone. We're at the Arizona State University Photovoltaic Reliability Lab, and I'm talking to Dr. Manny. I wanted to ask you about some of the challenges and, I guess, rewards of solar energy and the use of solar energy.
The challenges actually in PV module lifetime is 30 years. Even people are now targeting for 50 years lifetime. So it is not just a laboratory technology, it is a commercial technology, and it is going to change the power area of the world. Now, the main thing in this solar panel, there is a question about sustainability of this industry, and whether these materials at the end of the life can be recycled or it can be disposed in the landfill. So, I would like to give a quick idea about the solar panel, how it is manufactured, and from there you can understand very quickly whether it is benign technology or not. So, the solar panel is made of the glass, which you can see, and that's one that's a piece. And then below the glass we have an encapsulant. It is a transparent. Once you laminate this, it will become completely transparent.
Okay.
And this is called the encapsulant, and it basically protects a cell from the glass pressing and breaking the cell. So, and also it is environmentally protecting. That is the second layer. And then you have the solar cell. You can see that these are all the solar cells, and these solar cells are having the semiconductor layer, and you have the metallic layer. And now behind the solar cell you have another layer of encapsulant, you can see that, and that is also protecting the solar cell. And then you have a back sheet on the back side of the solar panel. This one minimizes the moisture penetration through the back sheet and reaching the solar cell. So, you can avoid the corrosion. So, there is a function for everything in this. So, once it is laminated, once the solar panel is laminated, now the lifetime is going to be about 30 years, or it can go beyond that. Now, if you want, you have at the end of the lifetime, you have choices either to recycle or dispose in the landfill. If you want to recycle, more than 90% of the material can be completely recycled.
Okay.
And Europeans are doing it already.
So 90% of this can be recycled.
Can be recycled.
Okay.
More than 90%. Europeans are already demonstrating that.
Okay.
And there is no question on that. Now, the recycling may not be cost effective. In that case, can we dispose all these panels in the landfill, in the general landfill. So, that is what we are currently working on. In these solar panels, as I said before, we have these interconnect ribbons, these interconnect ribbons, and these interconnect ribbons are made of copper, primarily made of copper, and then lead, and then tin, and very small amount of lead is there in this. And so, lead is considered as a toxic element. Now, how much lead is there? Is it will it pass the EPA standard? That is the question. Whether if it passes the EPA standard, you can dispose it in the landfill. So, that is why currently we are having a major research going on to cut the solar panel. We take the solar panel, cut into small pieces. It is less than 1 square centimeter pieces, and then we have the ribbons, ribbon pieces, without ribbon, all those things. So, we represent the whole module, solar panel, and then we do there is a test called TCLP, toxicity characteristics leaching procedure, and that is dictated by EPA standard 1311. So, we test all these models, and almost all panels are passing. This one. That means you can dispose these solar panels most of the solar panels in the landfill, and some may be not passing and they cannot be put in the landfill, but it has to be recycled. So, with the recycling technology currently existing in Europe, one can recycle more than 90% of the components.
And that's a big thing considering a lot of solar panels are coming to the end of their life cycle.
That's right. So, some of the solar panels already nearly 30 years, and they are coming to the end of life, and so we have choices. And this is only recycling disposal choice, but you also have other choices. You can, these modules, even at the end of the life, it is not zero power. It's still 80% of the original power. So, that means you can donate for developing countries, or you can use it for training purpose or education purpose. So, these solar panels can be used for multiple purposes if you do not want to recycle it or if you do not want to dump it.
That's really great. It's really important to think about not only the, the effect that this has on our energy system, but also, the long term, what's the life of the solar panel, and from a sustainability point of view, what happens to that solar panel once the original use is, no longer viable for that company or that house. Do we put it in the landfill, do we recycle it, or do we donate it to another purpose?
That's right. And one important thing in this one is the energy consumption by the solar panel. To produce a solar panel, you have to consume some energy, and that energy is coming from fossil fuel based power plants. But the solar panel also generates energy over next 30 years. And now there is a question, what is the energy payback period for these solar panels? And now if the panel is working for 30 years, and it will pay back its the consumed energy within 1.5 to 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So, that means other 28 years the energy is perfectly clean.
That's fantastic.
That's right. This is a really a great true green technology, I would say.
And that's why it's so important that worldwide humanity really moves to this type of technology.
I would believe so, because this is from just sustainability point of view and environmental point of view, and if you can also look at from other security, energy security point of view. In energy security point of view, we are currently concerned about nuclear power plants, and currently there was some issue in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia, and drones coming and hitting, and 50% of the oil supply is now affected.
Right.
But in solar panels, you cannot do that, because solar panels are spread throughout the world. Where will you go and bomb it?
Yeah.
And so if you have a 300 megawatt plant, about 1 million solar panels are there. You cannot bomb every one of them. So it is very difficult. Even if it is bombed, within 6 months, you can build a plant.
Right.
From energy security point of view also, solar panel is going to be the future.
Thank you. This is fantastic.
Right. Thank you.